Welcome to United to Debate, and I'm Sujata.
I'm Vivek. Today we'll be discussing wisdom versus enterprising activity. Let me take us back sometime in ancient history. About 2,500 years ago, Gautam Buddha delivered his first sermon in the village of Sarnath. Today, Buddhism or Buddhist philosophy is the fourth largest religion in the world with over half a billion adherents, out of which 245 million reside in China, and then the majority of the others in Japan, Southeast Asia. Only 1.8% actually come from the land of the Buddha. So the catalyst for the exporting of Buddhist principles was can be traced back to early in the second and third centuries, um, early in the second and third centuries post AD, and it was a king by the name of Kanishka, who was part of the Kushan Empire, that actually commissioned mass production of the first traceable evidence of Buddha being depicted with a head in a human form as a god. And that was primarily the network that was used to spread this outside the land of Buddha and towards China and other parts of East Asia and Southeast Asia was the leverage of the Silk Route, which was extending from Greece, ancient Rome, through India and Eastern Asia. So the question then comes: which is more vital, wisdom or enterprise? I'll go first, and Sujata will have a chance to give her take after me. Clearly, through this example, it's very clear that even though Buddha had long delivered his enlightened philosophy 600 years before, it took the Silk Route and the commercial activity of the time to really promote and export his philosophy to, to, to other shores. But even beyond that, Thomas or James Watt developed the first steam engine in 1769. But his invention was a product of him actually trying to fix Thomas Newcomen's design from 57 years previously. The point being, unlike in wisdom, which can basically stay stagnant in a particular environment until it depends on logistics and infrastructure of human distribution to spread it, uh, um, entrepreneurial activity can make mistakes and learn from it and still develop advancement. The greatest example being that in the last 200 years, the life expectancy in major economies has increased from just under 50 years to now over 70 years. And our quality of life and standard of living has also been greatly increased in the industrialized age. But also, entrepreneurial activity leaves behind structures and evidence that can be followed, like the Egyptian tombs and the pyramids. If it was not for entrepreneurial activity of that kind, we would never have recorded evidence to find previous civilizations. Even ancient cavemen, the oldest cave paintings discovered in Indonesia, dating back 45,000 years, it is all about doing that actually creates value.
Knowledge or wisdom is what separates mankind from all other species before it on earth. It is self fulfilling, it protects us from the bad actors, which allows us to see between good and evil. Once wisdom is attained, it is eternal and not vulnerable to loss from economic recessions or from natural disasters like earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Understand this: if enterprise activity was so vital, then why didn't all the experimental physicists after Newton invent the general theory of relativity? It required, the world required for Einstein to come and remedy the flaws of Newton and provide a complete theory explaining the earth. Second thing which I would like to say is, where were the engineers, the sales and marketing experts between 1983 to 2000 when Steve Jobs was pushed out of Apple? They had to rely on the return of the vision of Steve Jobs to transform them back to the coolest company and the, the recent avatar as the richest company. For this simple reason that the most powerful device, which is the iPhone ever created, needed vision and wisdom. Settles the matter.
Well, it's quite a difficult subject to thread, but if you, the viewers, please let us know if you all have any different anecdotes, or you all can help debate us on this topic. And please subscribe and look out for the winner of the debate on YouTube and Twitter. Thank you.